Hi there. It is Wednesday, May 14th, roughly 11:25 a.m. Central. We're going to briefly discuss the chance of severe weather that's in our forecast for Friday evening and even touch on the potential of severe weather for our region for Saturday and Sunday, possibly even Thursday, knock on wood. But let's dive right into it. We have our SPC categorical outlooks. These are released on a 3-day cycle. And what I mean by that is every day they release a new 3-day set. So day 1 is today. Day 2 is tomorrow, Thursday. Day 3 is Friday. And they'll release one for tomorrow so that Thursday will be day 1, Friday will be day 2, Saturday will be day 3. You get what I'm saying? And this is just a categorical outlook of severe weather in the areas listed. You can see down at the bottom here at the legend, there's the none category. They don't expect any severe weather whatsoever. We have a general thunderstorm. Typically, we won't even include that in the 1 out of 5 scale of severe weather. That typically starts with this marginal region. It moves up to slight, enhanced, and then moderate and high. Enhanced, you take pretty seriously. Slight region, you just keep a lookout. The moderate and high, you start making preparations. You start making plans for when the severe weather occurs. So this is the day 1 outlook, which is for today. We see off to our extreme northwest that they're going to receive some pretty strong storms today up in the upper Canas region. Then we look at our day 2, which is for tomorrow. Honestly, I've looked at the models that show what's in the forecast for tomorrow. Probably see a few spin up storms that aren't too severe. They might be the typical summer storms in our region that last for 5 minutes. Have a nice downpour, move on with your day. But in the Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan region of the U.S., there is an enhanced risk of severe weather for tomorrow. In fact, the whole state of Wisconsin looks pretty covered in this enhanced risk. We are out of this zone. In fact, the whole state of Tennessee is out of the zone. We're out of the marginal region on this day as well. It's under thunderstorm region. Nashville is about the tip of that, right down at the bottom southeast corner for tomorrow. Now, looking at day 3, it's Friday. We do see ourselves put in the marginal region for severe weather, which is a 1 out of 5, which is, hey, take into account that there might be some thunderstorms coming our way. And from what I've seen from all the models and the forecast, it doesn't look really like it's any threat until to Friday evening, late in the evening. But we'll take a look at that pretty close here in a second. But we do see Nashville, Franklin, Memphis, most of the state of Kentucky tomorrow is under this 2 out of 5 region, this slight region for severe weather on Friday. So just to hit on what days 4 through 8 typically mean for SPC and their predictions. Days 4 through 8 are typically left off the table because the predictability is too low. We don't have enough information. We don't have enough evidence to generally put down which regions are going to see severe weather for those days. However, when they do predict, they're pretty confident in what they think is going to happen those days. And the other thing is, when they're predicted that high out or that far out, they usually intensify in their scores of severity. So, we see some regions, and I'll show you this in just a second, that are already under a 15% chance of severe weather. Those are typically even enhanced further as the days get closer to an enhanced region of severe weather, like we just saw with Wisconsin. And today it was under this 15% chance on a day 4 prediction days ago. and today it's under that enhanced risk. So day 4, probabilistic, and I hate that word, probabilistic. We do see, and I'll actually zoom in on the Ohio Valley region here. We do see ourselves just on the edge of that 15% mark on day 4, which again is not a very common thing that SPC does. They do it when they're confident. So this is the day 4 outlook, which is Saturday. I believe we are going to see some thunderstorms. We'll probably see some heavy rain on Saturday. Whether we're going to see some truly severe weather with hail, high winds, damaging straight line winds, or even tornadic activity is still yet up in the air for the SPC. In fact, they don't release, the convective outlooks for tornadoes until it's 2 days out. So day 1 and day 2 have a tornado outlook. Also has hail and a wind outlook as well. But this is day 4. This is Saturday. So Saturday is the day I believe that we're going to have to start really watching the skies, watching the weather. And to give SPC credit, they really don't do that often. We have a day 5 probability outlook here. That includes a large portion of Oklahoma. And then we have a day 6. They really don't do that often, which includes parts of Oklahoma and Kansas. That is our outlooks, our categorical outlooks for the next few days. Now, this whole system was brought on by this upper level trough heading down. You can see it right here, little divot, this little horseshoe, brought down by the northwest. So this trough of cold air brought down. It's not only picking up Gulf winds either. This is another unique feature to this storm system moving in. It's actually picking up some warm Pacific air as well. As you can see right here, it's picking up these winds of warm moisture and pushing it all to the east. And then we can see the Gulf moisture coming into play here. And this is just gathering to make a pretty significant storm system moving into tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for our regions to our west. So we're going to look at the CSU model, which is a fairly new model, and it's being tested at the moment. It's experimental, so it's taking all of these different models from the SPC and combining them using trusted sources that we all use. However, it's combining them to show severity levels of certain storm systems. This is Friday, all severe, not everybody's severe, but all severe conditions: hail, wind, lightning, flooding, tornadic activity, high, straight line damage. This is for Friday, the 16th. And looks like for our region, is believed will be in the lower east side of this severe system rolling into Friday late night. And I can show you partially what that looks like in the CompRef models. So the composite reflectivity models from SPC are 48-hour time periods where they can pretty confidently show what's going to be predicted for your region as far as reflectivity shows, which is precipitation and high rains and systems, supercell systems that come through your area. For today, we're looking at around noon, maybe even into the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock hour. Might be our best chance of seeing some showers here. And then rolling on a little bit later into the 6 and 7 hour, we could see some things pop up for today. Don't really think that we're going to see much. We might see some rain. Again, one of those quick summer showers for today. For tomorrow, it looks like most of that morning is pretty clear. And then we start seeing in the afternoon, when our temperatures will reach, near mid 80s, we start seeing these storm systems roll in as our surface air temperatures warm up. This is at 7 p.m. Tomorrow, tomorrow evening, that's all we have. That's the whole outlook. 7 p.m. We can see the storm system off to our west starting to advance our way. And this will continue to grow in intensity throughout Friday, eventually make its way to us on Friday. Lower Kentucky, we do see some pretty strong signatures here for reflectivity, maybe even some hail and strong wind in these storms in lower Kentucky. So then we'll look at for today. It looks like our best chance of seeing precipitation, though, will be in that 2 to 3 hour mark, and maybe even into the 6 and 7 o'clock hour. On to tomorrow, the composite reflectivity model, gives us that 48, and this is what we're seeing throughout the day, mostly clear. The nighttime, I really don't think we're going to see much unless it's later in the evening, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock hour tomorrow night. But we will also take a look at the SPC's excessive rainfall outlook, which includes tomorrow. This is day 3. This is for Friday. And it looks like we are under the marginal, which is at least a 5% chance of seeing excessive rainfall. It's not up to 5%. It's at least a 5% chance of seeing excessive rainfall tomorrow. Again, I do believe that's going to be later in the evening. And this is a 120-hour precipitation model here. So in that span of time, we're looking at almost 1.5 inches of rain in our area. And so we know pretty firmly that the SPC and the Weather Service believe there's going to be a lot of rain in our region for the next few days. And we can tell that by seeing the 7-day forecast from the National Weather Service. Today, it looks like 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Again, mainly between 2 and 3 p.m. Mostly sunny, a high near 81. Wind gusts can get up to 20 miles per hour. Tonight's going to be partly cloudy with a low around 66. South wind around 5 miles per hour. On to tomorrow, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high near 84. Y'all, it's getting summer. I'm getting excited. Winds around 10 miles per hour, gusts as high as 20 miles per hour from the south-southwest. And then into Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 71. Again, the gusts are going to get pretty gnarly. They're 20 miles per hour, south to southwest winds. Here's where we start to get into our rain chances. Friday during the day, slight chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible after 1 p.m. I mean, mostly cloudy, high near 84. Some pretty strong gusts. Chance of precipitation during the day is going to be 20% as we move into Friday night. Now, we do have a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Then showers are likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 1 a.m. I love the National Weather Service. I've been looking at these models a lot. And I think that 1 p.m. is a very safe guess. I think they're going to be more into the 10 o'clock, 11 p.m. hour on Friday night. However, we do have some Wildcat baseball games happening tomorrow, which we should be pretty good for those. And then we have, if we needed to play a game on Friday, I think we play at 4 p.m. We should be good for that as well. Might have a little bit of a soggy field. It's nothing that we haven't seen before. And we have graduation on Friday. I think we're going to be good for that, y'all. You might see some sprinkles, might see some rain. Bring an umbrella, bring a rain jacket if you need to. But I do think that Friday night will be clear until graduation is over. And then we need to really seriously take into consideration that we're going to see some showers on Friday night. Mostly cloudy with a low around 68. The chance of precipitation is 70% on Friday night. Saturday, we're going to see some showers and thunderstorms throughout most of the day. 60% chance, high near 80. Gusts are going to still be around 20 miles per hour. Saturday night is a 30% chance. So now we can see what we see on radar happening with the forecast. So there's a bubble of rain coming that starts Friday night into Saturday during the day. Saturday night is going to calm down a little bit. Lows around 65. And then on Sunday during the day, we have another 60% chance of rain during the day. I do think that we're going to see some thunderstorms and some showers on Sunday as well. Mostly cloudy, high near 78 degrees on Sunday. And then heading into Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday, really not looking at much. We see 30% chance, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. These are your typical summer thunderstorm numbers. So, good news and bad news. I don't think it's going to be as severe as a lot of people thought it would be. There's been some models that have been doom and the world's ending throughout the next week. I don't think so. I think we're going to see some strong thunderstorms, possibly some hail and some high wind, tornadic helicity in our system. That's yet to be proven, but we'll see as the days advance. You know, if models conclusively say that our cape's going to rise and our cap is going to bust, then we could possibly see some severe weather in those days. But as it stands right now, we should be good for all Tullahoma outdoor activities until Friday night. Saturday and Sunday through the days are going to be a little wet with some possible stronger thunderstorms coming in. So that's the predictions. I'll see you soon and stay safe.